Well, hello everybody. So this is Alexandria Yard. That's looking west. And this is the main line up here. So you can see the main line kind of diverged from the level ground and ran that way. So all that's left are a bunch of trees basically. So the passenger track would have been right along here. It's the track that ran next to the station. So the foundation of the station is here. That's all that's left of the old passenger station. So we can also see some evidence of the tracks that used to be here. So if we look down this way, we can see one of the tracks that was left. And if I go over here, you'll see that there's some still some ties kind of buried in the ground. There were actually, besides the passenger track, there were 4 more tracks here that came up to about where the passenger station was. And the last track over on this side would have been a piggyback offloading. They just had a mobile ramp that they offloaded the piggybacks with. And then these 2 tracks would have been the house tracks. And I know I've seen some ties before. I just can't remember. I think they're up here. There they are. There's some ties still left in the ground from a long time ago. So these are the 4 spur tracks that ended up on the right behind the passenger station. And like I said, we're all this lower section here. This was the passenger platform and the passenger track that ran up. It was a stub-in track that ran up to the station. And depending on which way the train was headed, north or south, it was whether they pulled in or backed in. One of the few pieces of evidence is left, the milepost marker. Milepost 682 on the Kansas City Southern in Alexandria. There it is. Wish I could take that home with me. So here's the steps that went up to the main line from the passenger station. It was also used as a freight station as well. And then we have these bridge abutments here. The main line that went over the highway. And then there's the one on the other side. So this main line would have gone east across the Red River, and then turned, when it got across at Pineville, would have turned and taken a jog up north towards Minden. That's why this was considered part of the Minden sub. It also split off though and it went north on the Shreveport sub and went up to Shreveport as well. So here's a close-up of the bridge abutments. This is what I'll be modeling on my layout. This one and then that one across the street. There's another pair on the next street over, but I think I only have room for one pair. Unfortunately, we have to make those compromises as model railroaders. But anyway, there you go. All right, so I'm on the south side of the yard now. So the yard would have run east and west that way. And once you got to the end of the yard, it curved and went south. And of course, when it went over the Red River, into Pineville, it curved and went back up north. So this is looking at from the south side of the yard. All of those trees, all that would have been open, would have been yard tracks. So now, here's the cotton compress company. And as you notice, there's 2 water towers I think I've talked about before. But that's, I think they still do some cotton compress, but it's owned by Cargill or somebody instead of being the company it was. I think it was American Compress. I can't remember because my brain's not working. But anyway, you can see the tracks are still here. There were 2 tracks, and this is no longer rail served any longer. So there's the track going up, and if we follow it on back, there's where it would have come into the come in as a siding. So you can see how that went through these buildings. Well, like I said, no longer rail served. But anyway, this is all that's left of Alexandria Yard. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and thanks for watching.